Hey, what's going on, guys and gals? This morning we're going to be talking about the routing for the P16. Now, anytime you see any of these, it's the alternate right here is what we're looking for. And on your mixers, it's going to say personal monitoring alternate. Okay, so that's what this means. And what we're going to talk about is how to set it up and make it work right out of the box. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump into X32 Edit. Now here we go, guys. By default, the P16s are going to pick up the first 16 channels. Okay, so as you can see in this particular song I have opened up here, we actually have 20 inputs, but we're only going to be able to use 16 channels. Do not let this confuse you. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is go up to routing. Now, it does not matter where these inputs are coming from. Here, I'm using the local, like the rack, and then an S16. You could be running everything off of, say, 2 racks or an S32. It doesn't matter. It's the first 16 inputs. Now, this is where everybody messes up right here in this AES50A or B routing. If you look right here, it says alternate 1 through 8, 9 through 16. If you come down and look here, you will see these have to come in through the Clark super ports. That's what that AES50 is, on channels 33 through 48. This is a must. As you can see, this just duplicates itself from the AES50A, which is the output source right here, down to the AES50B. Okay? Just remember that. They've got to stay right here, 1 through 8, 9 through 16, and then come over 33 through 40, 41 through 48. So now let's come over to the alternate. Again, by default, you'll see channels 1 through 16, but you have up to 30, you can use channels 1 through 32 from the board, but by default, it's 1 through 16. Now, leave it on the pre-EQ. This is your tap point, pre-EQ. The P16s have their own EQ system. And guys, that's basically it. Okay? Now, a couple things I do want to mention. Out of these 16, if you notice right here, if I take this 01, the first channel, and I move it over to mix bus 1, as you can see, it says drum bus. Now, if we come over here and we look at our drum bus right here, click on Sends on Fader, I've got 9 inputs that I'm sending down that one channel to the P16. I still have 15 channels or inputs that I can use. Okay, so it is a must, and this is from my personal opinion. You definitely want to have your talkback in there. That way, if the sound engineer is up on stage and he wants to talk to you, you need to be able to hear that. The second thing is the direct out FX. This is the second most asked questions. Okay. Now, if we come down here to the drum bus and I want to add some FX into this, then I've got to come over here and say, okay, FX1, the vintage reverb, bus 13, vintage left, vintage right. I've got to add this in to come into my in-ear, my wireless in-ear monitors. Well, you have to do the same thing with the P16s. So if you want to come over here to the piano, 15 and 16, direct FX left and right. As you can see, there's my vintage left and vintage right. I now have those effects going into my P16. Okay? And guys, that's it. That's all you need to know about setting up your P16s. Okay? I hope this has helped. Take care. God bless. And we are out of here.